Hello everyone and welcome to another review episode from GadMode, and today we have with us the ViVO Y55s for which we will be doing the complete review. Now ViVO Y55s was released recently in the Indian market from the company ViVO. ViVO, as you know, is very much famous for copying the iPhone design. I mean, jokes apart, this phone looks exactly like the iPhone 6s, obviously, which we meant, but that's without the fingerprint sensor. Okay, now what you get here is a phone that looks like an iPhone 6s, but in the price range of 13,000 rupees. So let's see what it exactly provides its users and how exactly does it stand up to its competition. So looking at the build and design aspect, we can see the speaker grills and the USB charging port at the bottom along with the noise cancellation port, and on the top you have a dedicated micro SD card, which means you won't have to compromise on the SIM card slots. On the right hand side you have the power button and the volume rocker, and on the left you have the SIM card slot. Now taking a closer look at the SIM card slot, this is not a hybrid slot, this is a dedicated SIM card slot, a big one and a small one. And coming to the back of the phone, you have this 13 megapixel shooter, and just below that you can see the fine antenna lines that run along both the top and as well as the bottom of the back, thereby making it look premium. I mean, again, you have this 2.5D glass also in the front that makes it much more premium. And talking about the camera that's there on the front, that's a 5 megapixel shooter, and what the company claims is that it has a screen flash instead of a front flash, so the screen will flash in the dark times when you actually lack some light and all. So talking about the software and user interface of the phone, like all the other Vivo phones, this one also runs on the Funtouch operating system. Now the Funtouch operating system runs on Android 6.0 in this version of the ViVO Y55s. Now talking about the Funtouch OS, the makers of Vivo decided that now that we are making something that looks like the iPhone, the software and user interface should also look like the iPhone's iOS. So that's the reason, like all the shortcuts that are generally found in the normal Android phones that are available with a swipe from the top to bottom of the screen, are now available from a downward swipe towards the up and side, just like the iPhone. I mean, just look at this operating system, everything right from the icons to the layout of the settings, each and every aspect of it resembles the iOS that you can find in the iPhones. But as soon as you go into the about phone section, you will be able to find the reality of this phone. I mean, this is based on the Android version, and that's what the about phone reveals. The about phone reveals the Funtouch operating system and the Android version and the 3GB RAM and each and every detail that is related to the hardware aspect of this phone. And again, as you can see here, the clock speed of the processor is 1.4 gigahertz. Okay, so now coming to the other options that are available in this phone, which is the customization option. There are a lot of themes that are available along with this operating system customized, so that you won't feel the boring touch of the iOS custom theme that is pre-installed in this phone. Now talking about the camera options that are available on this phone, even though this phone is coming with a 13 megapixel shooter camera, what makes the camera application much more efficient is the type of modes and options that are available in the camera app. For example, let's say the layout itself is very much simple, so when the phone itself looks like the iPhone, even the theme looks like the iPhone, why should you leave out the camera options? That also should look like an iPhone, and it definitely looks like an iPhone. The best part of the camera app is the availability of so many options that come embedded in this app. I mean, this will definitely suit your preference and the prevailing situation in which you are going to take the photograph. So this means that even if you don't know how to take a photograph but still want to look professional in almost all the photos that you click, this camera app makes your life easier for such tasks. Even though there is the availability of an HDR tone in this phone. The photos that are clicked in the HDR tone do tend to pixelate when you actually try to zoom into it. So in a nutshell, the performance of the camera is not so extravagant, but it's just up to the mark. It just gets your job done. So if you're thinking that that's it for now and that's all what the customizations are packed up with, let me tell you, this phone is packed with lot more customization options. For example, you have the smart split screen option that will actually let you split the screen into two when you get a notification in the middle of the video or anything else that you're watching. And then you have the one-handed mode. So the makers of Vivo just thought that this phone is going to be pretty much large when you hold it single-handedly. So they just implemented this one-handed mode wherein you can operate the phone with a single hand so that you won't feel it difficult while operating with any hand in any position of your choice. So that's not all. You can see in the progressive part of this video the rest of the customization options that are available with this phone. Thank you for watching. Do give a thumbs up to this video and subscribe to our channel for much more interesting videos like this, and do not forget to press the bell button just beside the subscribe button to get our latest updates on the latest gadgets and technological reviews.